All right, all right. What's going on, Bread and Hope Show? What's happening, people? Welcome to the Bread and Hope Show. Elections are over, and the sun rose, and we are still here. The sun has risen. We had a full day, and it has set. And regardless of who won, we are still here. Life goes on. What's going on, Hope?
Oh man, hey man. Like you said, elections is over. Time for the Bread and Hover show, man.
There it
Time for the
is.
show. We got a lot of sports to talk about. Um, you know, for the listeners out there, if your candidate won, great. Congrats. And if your candidate did not win, well,
Wow, wow.
just keep your head up because you know there's always some hope somewhere along the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, and we ain't gonna shy away nothing from the Bread and Hope Show, and we're not gonna talk a whole lot about it, man. But I'm just glad the good thing is that it's over, which means that we have no more of these ads and commercials we have to see, even doing our sports. We sitting up there trying to watch the game, and you got these political ads. So no more of that stuff. So we're happy about that. And we're gonna move on. And like Homer said, if if your person won, and that's your fault. But if your candidate didn't win, well, you can't sit there and cry about it. You got to start doing something about it, and hopefully, and I think, look, man, serious business, serious note. Politics is about, what's in it for you. That's it. What's in it for you, and whether it be the local, state, or federal, or senate, or whatever, you want to make sure that whoever is in office represents your best interest. You never want to waste your vote on somebody that acts against your best interest at heart. So a personality, okay, but that's very, very shallow. So you even if your guy or your person didn't win, hopefully it's something on the agenda that benefits you within these 4 years, and then you use that to your advantage. So that's all I got. We moving on. How was your weekend, Hope?
Weekend was good, man. Just got a chance to chill out, kick it with the fellas. We got a chance to watch the Georgia Florida game, so that was cool.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, we did.
yeah, man, Georgia won, and all is good, man. How was your weekend?
Oh, same thing. Shit, I with you.
uh,
Yeah, so we enjoyed it, man. It was good, just kicking it back, man, and watching the game and stuff. So that was really good. It's been a long time since we did that. Used to do it a lot, before the pandemic, and just trying to get back into the groove, man. I mean, pandemic's been gone for a couple of years now, and I'm just not trying to get back in the groove, man. So I'm
yeah,
the late one, but I'm coming around.
yeah, that's what's up.
Yeah. Because you think about the pandemic, man, you just kind of, you you created, just a different environment. for yourself or for entertainment or whatever. And once you got used to it and got comfortable, you just got comfortable. At least I speak for myself. Just got
Mm-hmm.
comfortable. With the pandemic setup. And so instead of going to the bar, I made my trips to the to my favorite community package store. That was my Fridays and brought it back home and just, didn't have to worry about being on the road or anything. Drink as much as you want and pass out in the chair.
Right,
So,
right,
other than, oh, let me monitor my drink, gotta go home.
right,
So
right.
that kind of a thing. So yeah, man, that was, my thing. But outside of that, man, yeah, pretty good weekend, man. If we're gonna talk about it in the Bread Hole Show in a few minutes, man. But if you are a fan of all Atlanta teams that are in action outside of the Hawks, that was your that was your weekend. If you're an Atlanta sports fan, what a weekend it was. What a weekend it was. So it was great. But look, we're gonna talk about that and some more things in the Bread and Hope Show. But we want to thank everybody for joining show tonight. We are here every Wednesday night from 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. We are based in Atlanta, Georgia. Talk about sports primarily in the state of Georgia. But hey, wherever you're from, tune in to the Bread and Hope Show and speak on it. Wherever you are from. Even from New Orleans for hate week between the Falcons and the Aints. But on that note, we're going to talk about that too. Hover, what you got, man?
Yeah, man. Just want to thank the listeners and new listeners for tuning in tonight. As always, we come to you every Wednesday, 9 p.m. Want to give a shout out to the Enhanced Sports Show. Lou is in the house.
Lou.
Lou has been supporting us ever since we started the show, so he'll be joining us later.
Day one.
I did get a text on the Bread Hover Show text line from the anonymous fan. He said he won't be able to join us tonight, but
Ooh.
but he will get back with us next week.
All right. All right.
All right. So outside of that, man, let's get on into it.
Let's get on, man. And Atlanta United, man, forced a deciding game 3, man, against Miami and Lionel Messi, man. How about that? Who saw that coming? It was just a different team, man, with the different makeups since halfway through the season, man. This team has kind of been struggling in and out of it, man, trying to keep its head above water. And through all types of miracles, they made it to the postseason
Hmm.
for a playoff game. It won that game. And you playing one of the best teams, one of the most renowned players in the world. You lose down there in Miami, but you come back home to Atlanta and you beat them 2-1. And so you have a deciding game against Miami on Saturday, man. So who is this team, Hope? What are they? Where did they come from?
I think that's a good question, man. I don't know, but I will say this because I'm gonna be. I mean, the roster has turned over so much.
Yeah,
I can only, I know the goalkeeper. I know
yeah.
Lennon is still there.
Brooks Lennon's still there.
Brooks Lennon is still there. And then that's about it. That's about all I know.
Yeah,
So, but I think this is a scrappy team,
yeah,
and I think they playing, just for the sake of when they won in Mercedes Benz. I think they're playing like, hey, we don't have nothing to lose.
house
So,
money.
um, so let's give it our best, and then if we win, we win. So and so when you got a team like this team that came into the situation to where they had to win on the road one game, and they did it. So and then they making a series of the Miami matchup. So what you really got here, Brad, is a team that's playing with a lot of confidence. They playing with a lot of confidence,
Yeah,
and when you got a team like that who's been battle tested, they kind of out the old saying, they've been battle tested. They've been out in there and they got out there, got battle tested, and now they're making things happen. I think this team is interesting. They playing with a lot of confidence, and
Yeah.
I will say this: that game in Miami is going to be interesting, and I would be not surprised if Atlanta United win because they are playing with a lot of confidence right now,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I think they got Miami attention,
Yeah.
and a team like that can be a hard out.
Yeah. 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 Dangerous team, man. Because I mean, people have nothing on it, man. They scrappy. Um, Nasty team, man. I like it. They're real gritty, man. That's what I'm looking for. A real gritty team, man. And
I
so they are not
mean,
afraid playing with house money.
yeah, I mean they like you said, they pretty much they playing with nothing to lose. So
Yeah.
and they don't have anything. I mean, who
Yeah. Yeah.
nobody had them nobody had them getting this far. You know what I'm saying? No
Nope.
one, so uh,
Definitely, we're
let's,
not on our radar.
it wasn't on my radar. I was looking forward to the next season and see
Pretty
what
much.
pick, what pickups we were gonna get, what players we
Yeah.
were gonna
Yeah. Yeah, man. We got money to spend. So let's enjoy whatever this team has to offer for this season. Whether we move on past Saturday with a win, or whether this is the last game. Either way, man, this team is giving us a lot to cheer about in this postseason. So good luck to Atlanta United, man.
Yeah, good luck.
Yeah, look, man. Fights this Friday. Ho, Friday of all Friday night fights, man. Here you go. Tyson versus Jake Paul.
Oh, they fight this Friday? I didn't even know.
This Friday on Netflix.
Ah, okay.
So if you got Netflix, tune in.
I knew it was this month. I just didn't know what date.
Yeah,
But yeah, I got Netflix, so probably like a lot of people, I'll just
yeah.
out of curiosity tune in. They're gonna have any undercards or just them two guys?
That's a good question. That I do not know. I hope that it's an undercard and we don't see it until like 10 o'clock. You get work
Um,
up a good lather.
yeah. I hope I hope it's an undercard too.
Yeah, that would be great.
Um,
I mean, I
but if or they just go right into the fight.
yeah, I hate
Um,
for it to be an 8:30 fight and then it start. It gets right into it like a quarter to 9. That's the worst ever. So, so I will hope that they have some undercards, man, and work us into it like sometime Friday night, we hours of the night. Preferably before
yeah,
12 though. Preferably before 12 would be great.
yeah. It looks like they do have some undercards on the
Good.
yeah, they got some undercards on the fight.
Awesome. Good. Great. Gives me
As
enough
a
time
matter
to get together.
as a Yeah, as a matter of fact, they got quite a bit of fights
So,
on the schedule.
oh wow. So this, yeah, okay.
Before those two dudes even hit.
Oh man. Yeah.
Um,
Well,
they got like one, two, three, four, five. They got six fights.
that's incredible. But I mean, how many? But they're
I'm
all of them are
pretty
not lengthy rounds, though. Some of them are like short rounds, right? Or
Yeah, and
certain rounds.
I'm pretty sure it starts at 8 o'clock. The main card. So Tyson and Jake fight at 8. So those other fights they probably gonna start this thing at, let me see, 6 o'clock, because you got all
Hmm.
those, and like you said, it's probably, yeah, they're not. So it's actually, it's not this Friday, Brad. It's the 15th.
Okay, the 15th, next Friday. Okay, great.
Yeah, it's saying here the 15th. Yeah.
All right, good. Very good, very good. Yeah. So all the promotions and everything is out there for that Jake Paul fight, Mike Tyson. I guess Mike, there was a little health scare there, so I guess he's in good health right now and getting it going. So that's good. That's good stuff. Glad that Mike's healthy. healthy 60-year-old man versus a healthy 20-something-year-old, 30-something-year-old man. So there you go. So look, man, Joel Embiid, man, he put his hands on a reporter. You heard about that?
No. I heard something, but I didn't get the whole story. What happened with that?
Yeah. It was an altercation between him and a reporter, man, and put his hands on him, man, and it was a physical altercation. It wasn't a fight or anything like that, man, but it was definitely an altercation between him and a guy. And so the league suspended him for 3 days. I mean, for 3 games. And so, but look, man. I mean, you gotta kind of, so a little bit I heard about it, man. Reporter was saying some things. I think, he didn't want to, he really didn't want to be bothered, obviously, and reporter might have said something. I think about his brother, something like that, some family members, or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And he didn't take too kindly of it. Let him know, and so look, man, there got to be some boundaries, for media folks. And this wasn't my understanding. This wasn't a veteran media guy. Wasn't a veteran media person. It's not like Lisa Salters or somebody, or somebody, Rachel Nichols or somebody. This was just some off-brand cat, trying to got a pass and just took advantage. And so he won't be doing that again.
Yeah.
So
I did hear about the Travis Kelce brother, Jason Kelce.
Yeah, same thing. Yep, he had some stuff going on there with him. I think he throw his cell phone or stepped on his cell phone or something like that.
Yeah, stepped on it and broke it. But but I think there has to be some boundaries, with people. You can't be, you can't be all up on someone with a phone saying things about talking about their family.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you expect?
True.
How do you know? You don't know what's going on in somebody's family. You know what I'm saying? So I just think you got to have some boundaries there. Was he wrong for grabbing the man, smashing his phone? Yeah, probably. But I mean, but I understand him being pissed.
Yeah. I agree, man. I agree. I think that I mean, you're in the limelight. I mean, but end of the day, we're humans. We got feelings. We humans, and sometimes you won't have that moment where it's like, man, I know I should have done that. I should have just ignored the guy and just kept it moving. But you get triggered because we are humans, and things like that happen. We're not robots, and so we react. Sometimes we make mistakes. We're not perfect. So I think that was a case of that. He made this all. I guess his publicist is like, hey man, you got to go and just make a public apology. Just to soften your image. But look, man, nah, don't do that, man. Be real, man. Don't do that. If that was what it was, man came up on you wrong. It is what it is. Stop apologizing for stuff that you really don't mean.
I agree with that. Yeah, I mean,
that's just kind of where I am. But some people like just apologize to make it. And maybe that works for some people, but that just don't work for me.
Yeah,
I can't be fake, man. I just cannot be fake. If I don't like you, I don't like you. I'm just, it's not that many people that I don't like that I've met in my life. It's not a whole lot that I've met. And Trump doesn't count because I don't know him. So
right.
I don't like him or dislike him. I just know what he has, and I don't like his policies. I put it that way.
Yeah, that's understandable.
But that kind of stuff, man. You're in public, but I get it. You're a celebrity. And in the world of celebrity, they make you do that kind of stuff and images everything in the world of celebrity. And so you have to do those kind of things. So I get it. I understood it. But I would have understood it also if he didn't apologize at all. He just kept it moving like that now. But the thing about it, Hope, is he's on a network. He's on a sports network. Cast and so he's in front of viewers every week, and so he got to say something, I guess. For some of the viewers out there, they're like, "What happened? Why did he lose it?" So
Right.
I get it. It's all good, Hope.
Yeah, I agree with that. It's all good.
Yeah, man. So look, man, this is why we are here, man. The CFP rankings. CFP had their first rankings of the year for 2024. It's been AP and coaches rankings all year. Now we got the first official real rankings. That's really what I was waiting for too, just to look at the damn votes. So I was really looking forward to the rankings and just kind of seeing where everybody kind of ended up, because now we have this new 12-team playoff, and they will continue to change, hopefully, because a lot of these top 10, top 12 teams are gonna be playing each other.
Right.
So let me do this. Can I go around the rankings first, Hope, and then we can let Lou on, and then we can start the discussion.
Yeah. Let's do that.
Let me go to rankings first, man, and then we're gonna talk college football. All right. On the outside looking in at number 13 is SMU at 8-1. Number 12 is Boise State. That ain't surprising. They're at 7-1. Number 11 made it to the playoffs is Alabama. So far, they are the only playoff team with 2 losses. All right.
Okay.
Number 10, you had to know at number 10, you had to know that Notre Dame was going to find their way in there at 71, which I think is BS, man. I think that Notre Dame should be left out of CFP rankings until they join a doggone conference. Join a conference, then you're eligible. Otherwise, you're not eligible. I got problems with Notre Dame, but it's all of this is about a TV show. You're setting up the best 12 teams so that you're putting on the best TV show for viewers. I get it, but I still think it sucks. Number 9 is undefeated BYU, representing the Big 12. Got to keep my eye on them. Number 8 is Indiana, 9-0. Best start that they've had in quite some time.
Yeah, they really played anybody though.
Well, it's coming up. They're gonna be playing Ohio State real soon, so we're gonna see. Number 7, we have Tennessee Volunteers, 71. So Tennessee been looking like Tennessee, but been all that impressed with them. But they've been winning. They look like regular old Tennessee to me. Penn State. We're gonna talk about Penn State. After that loss to Ohio State, as usual, they dropped down to number 6, and they are 7-1 with that loss to Ohio State.
Interesting.
Number 5, the Texas Longhorns, man, 7-1. Texas Longhorns is still in the mix, and they're so high up because they had a quality loss against Georgia. And so, hey, top 4 teams at the end of the day, the top 4 teams that will get a bye. You got the leading ACC team, which is Miami Hurricanes at 9-0. And man, I'm trying to tell you, man, it's just a matter of time for they run up against the squad, man, that's just going to really finish it. They played and won a lot of close games. I really like Cam Ward. But you know, we'll see. I just don't see championship team in Miami. But who knows? I think there's a lot of parity in the league. So
I
they're
mean, but
9-0 undefeated. Go ahead, Hope.
yeah, I mean, but are they really that good though? That's the
I mean, I think they're decent. But are they better than Georgia? I don't think so. Are they better than Texas? Probably not. Are they better than Ohio State? Probably not. Better than Oregon? Nah. Better than Tennessee? Maybe. Better than Penn State? That's a toss up. So they're about in the right place, I guess, with all things considered, man. I think that Miami wins the games that they're supposed to. I think time will tell if they keep on winning because they will have to play for an ACC championship soon. And so I think that's where the grit's gonna hit the fan. Number 3 is your Georgia Bulldogs. Go on, 7-1. So the AP ranking still has Georgia at number 2. They still think that Georgia is the number 2 team in the nation, but the CFP thinks that Georgia is the number 3 team in the nation. And who do they think is better than Georgia? Well, 2 teams that the CFP voters think that's better than Georgia. Number 2, Ohio State Buckeyes. It's 7-1. So Georgia at 7-1, Ohio State at 7-1. So I don't know. Time will tell if both of those teams will stay in those positions. And it's unanimous with Oregon being number 1. Dan Lanning's team, who was part of Kirby Smart, West Coast Georgia, we call in a sense. Oregon is 9-0, undefeated this year. They gave Ohio State their only loss, and I think that's the quality loss that Ohio State has over Georgia. Georgia's lost to a 2-loss Alabama team. So I guess they figured that the quality of loss that Ohio State had was better than Georgia. And so that's why they have Ohio State possibly number 2. And obviously, Oregon is number 1 for right now until they go and play for the Big Ten championship. So I'm gonna start right there, Hov. Any thoughts about the top 12? And we're gonna go over some scores and everything, but I want Lou to come on in and see what he got to say about that top 12 ranking, and we're gonna go on some scores.
All right.
hey Lou.
Yeah, I think it's time that Notre Dame did find a conference because I mean the network and some of the polls, I think just put them in there because they got a guy put them somewhere. But I don't think Alabama. I don't think is playoff material this year. They have really fallen by the wayside a bit too. So if anybody should not be involved in the tournament this year, I hate to say it, but it's Alabama. I don't like how they've been playing, and they've been upset easily by second-rate banana teams. I mean, Vanderbilt. Who would have thought they lost against them? I mean, that team is atrocious of college football, and they beat almighty Alabama.
Yeah, well, yeah, they've lost, and technically, I mean, if Georgia handled their business, they would probably have 3 losses by now.
Yeah,
realistically,
does not look like a championship team. I don't think.
Yeah. So yeah, I agree, Lou. I mean, this Alabama squad, man. I mean, they play LSU this weekend in LSU, so the chances are, I mean, they could win or lose, but I don't know, man. I don't know. We'll talk about that, but I agree. And you got to do something about this Notre Dame, but Notre Dame brings in so much money, and they're going to demand a lot of money for whichever conference that they end up, which will probably what makes sense to me would be the Big Ten. Big Ten brings in the most money out of any conference in the country, and so they would really have to make a sweet deal with the Big Ten. I don't mind having them in the SEC, but I don't think they want to come to the SEC. They'll just be a mediocre team in the SEC, not the best, not the worst. Year in and year out, they'll probably be in the middle with like Tennessee, Ole Misses, those kind of squads. Year in, year out. I don't see them being a top tier SEC squad. It's just not. So guys, talking about SEC, this past weekend it was the world's largest cocktail party between Georgia Bulldogs and Florida Gators, and Georgia won that game 34-20. They almost
I
beat the
always think it
spread.
was Penn State, Ohio State. That I think was the largest cocktail party because that was the game of the week. So I would have thought that would have been the largest one.
No, it's the largest cocktail parties always been Georgia and Florida every year.
Rivalry, yeah.
In Jacksonville, Florida, which will be the last game. I think we're gonna have the cocktail party for a while. The cocktail party is gonna move around, which we are happy about. So it'll be in Mercedes Stadium and Raymond James Stadium down in Tampa. So while they make repairs to the stadium in Jacksonville, which nobody cares. So, so Hova, real quick, man, what do you think about that game between between Georgia and Florida this past weekend?
Well, Georgia played very good defense. They hung in there and they won the game. The thing that stood out the most was the interceptions. Carson Beck, he's still trying to figure it out. And I mean, to me, that was definitely the ugly of the game.
Yeah.
He's got to get better, man. No doubt about that. He's got to get better. Outside of that, man, I thought Georgia, took care of business and did what they need to do.
Yeah. I think if you want to be petty about it, there was a touchdown on a bomb play that it was just a bad call by Georgia's defense, and they were just in the wrong place. But luckily that came early in the game and not late by a freshman quarterback. So that quarterback went out and they brought their third string quarterback in. So, so that game really shouldn't have been. It really should have been a 20-point win, actually, if you want to be petty, if you didn't have the turnovers. I think Georgia's weakness, you can finally see Georgia's weakness is very clear this year. It's quarterback play. Like Hova said, I agree. It's quarterback play from Georgia. Carson Beck, 3 interceptions. You throw 3 interceptions against Ole Miss this weekend, you're going to lose this game by a lot of points. And Georgia's going to drop this game against Ole Miss if Carson Beck can't get his act together. I don't like Carson Beck's play. Never did like him at quarterback. I thought that the difference between this year and last year was Ladd McConkey and Brock Bowers. Okay.
McConkey, I don't even sounds very familiar. Didn't his father play for the Giants?
It sounds familiar. He's got a very I think so. That's a famous last name.
That's not a very common name,
Right, you remember that.
Yeah,
you remember that one. Yeah, you remember that. It sticks out. So I think so, Lou. I think so, but I'm not sure.
What was his first? What was his first name again?
His name is Ladd, Ladd McConkey.
Ladd.
I think it's 2 D's in it, Hova.
Yeah. Ladd, yeah.
McConkey.
Ladd.
Yeah, I got him on my fantasy league squad. He's up and down on it. When he's healthy, he's good.
Check that out.
Yeah, so let us know about that. Check that out, Lou. But I think that that's been the whole difference of a year. I think with exceptional talent around him, he's been able to, I don't want to say shine, but he's been able to, last year he looked pretty good. It doesn't help that, Ra Thomas and our other receiver, we had to kick him off the team because of disciplinary stuff, off the field actions. That didn't help. So now we're finding out that we're not that deep at receiver. We're deep, but we're not that deep. But we're okay. Dylan Bell, Aladdin Smith. What's the other receiver's name? I'm missing one receiver.
Yeah.
But we got a couple of receivers that stepped up in the game. We also have Frazier looked real good running the rock. Etienne was hurt, had to keep him out of the game. I know he wanted to play. And Cash Money Jones. That's
Jones.
Cash Jones. That's one of Georgia's secret weapons. Jones and Bell. Those guys are really becoming big. They're becoming in big. So, all I would say with this about Georgia is Beck needs to get his head together, get it right. Stop putting all that eye black on your eye. Quarterbacks don't do that, and play the game. Just play the game, man. Make good decisions. If it's not there, throw it out of bounds. Make good one-on-one decisions. He's been throwing in the double, triple coverage for weeks. And we are too late in the season for him to be getting the jitters. So whatever it is, we don't have a backup quarterback that's ready. I think Bobo just need to get the short passing game on, get his rhythm started, and run the ball. Then play action. That's it. That's how you get him started. That's what you do.
I agree.
I'm so done with doggone Carson Beck. I don't know what to do.
Well, it's almost like you have to hold your breath, man, every time he's back there throwing the ball,
Yeah, it's bad. It's really bad. So the spread was 14.5. Georgia won by 14. I'll take it. They did beat the spread. Technically, they still did beat the spread. I don't know what the spread is for this weekend. I got to check it out. But let's talk about Penn State and Ohio State, man. Ohio State beats Penn State 20 to 13, man. I mean, Franklin's, he was the angel of Happy Valley until they dropped that game. As usual, they lose to Ohio State every year.
Yeah.
When don't they lose to Ohio State? And so I don't know. I mean, that's why I changed my pick. I said, yeah, Penn State looks really good, but don't they always look good until they play the big boys?
They do.
And you was right. They look all world until usually when they play Michigan and/or Ohio State. And then those are usually the only two games they lose all year if they're really good that year or pretty good that year. Same old Penn State, man. I think the defense played fairly well. Quarterback played pretty good for OSU. It was real gutsy. But that defense shined for Ohio State, man. I got to give it to them. They shine. Offensive line shine for Ohio State. They did very well, man. So they really look like a contender against a game Penn State, man. Lou, what you got on that game, man?
Well, I thought maybe Penn State was going to pull it out. I mean, it was a close game, the much of it, but Ohio State just too much power, of course. And Penn State, every time Penn State seems to get close to getting to the top spot, they always seem to fall back to Ohio State. And it was just another example this week. Now, I'm not going to rule Penn State out yet. I mean, it's only one loss, and they didn't drop too far behind. They're still in the top 10 and, can still pull off, some kind of upsets. But that really was misfortune on their part. But Ohio State, they're just too dominant. Dominant offense and, can shut them down on defense. And that's what happened. Again.
Yeah, again. So
can't beat the Buckeyes for some reason. They just can't beat them.
Can't beat them, man. I mean, it's kind of like Georgia, Alabama. But Georgia winning championships. Georgia winning championships. But somebody, the team got your number, man. So it's like Georgia's only lost to one team. Well, so far, it's only lost to one team in 3 years or 4 years, and that's been Alabama. One team. Had been Ohio State.
That's all it takes is one team.
Yep, it's only one team that's Georgia's nemesis, and that's Alabama. I mean, we in the past 3-4 years, we beaten Ohio State, we beaten Michigan, we beaten LSU, we beat everybody. Anybody that was contenders, we beat. We beat Notre Dame. You know, so anybody that was a contender within the past recently in the past 3 years, Georgia's beating it. I mean, you can count Alabama too. I mean, we lost most of them. We did beat them in the championship. That's got to count for something.
Right.
So yeah, I'll put it that way. So look, man, we got an upset, man. South Carolina upset Texas A&M. Texas A&M finally lost their first conference game against South Carolina during South Carolina's homecoming. They lost that game 44-20, man. They doubled them up, man. Hopefully, what you got on that matchup?
Yeah, man. I was, I called that one, Brad. I was like, man,
yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised. And sure enough,
Yeah.
So shout out to South Carolina, man. But Texas A&M, they almost remind me of Penn State.
Yeah.
You know.
True that. Yeah, true that, man. That was not good. So with that loss, man, that boosts Georgia and I think Texas or Georgia and Tennessee up as top teams in the SEC, man. Georgia's back in it because they when they lost to Texas, they were down at like number 5, man. Yeah, they dropped to number 5 in the SEC, man. It was looking dire, man, for a while. It was crazy. Like, man, what's going on? So good stuff. Another upset was Louisville, upsetting Clemson. Clemson got upset by Louisville. I don't know if that's really an upset. I mean, I guess since Clemson's been playing a real good ball since they lost to Georgia, and they've been kind of like blowing out teams until they played Louisville. And so Louisville got them, man. Did you see that game? You guys see that game?
I didn't get that one. I didn't get a chance to catch that one.
Yeah, I saw a piece of it. It was, I don't know, man. Clemson played at home, and they were just, I don't know. They just didn't have it that night, man. They just didn't have it.
And that was another one. I was like, yeah, they're gonna. And sure enough.
Yeah. Sure enough, man. We mentioned earlier, Army still stays undefeated along with Indiana. So our Army's kind of hanging around there, having a stellar year at ranked number, I think they're like number 25 or something like that. So another upset, or not an upset, but another first loss for a team was Pitt. Pitt suffered their first loss against SMU. I think I saw that one coming, man. I think I picked SMU in my pickles. So SMU, man, they give Pitt their first loss, man. I don't know if you guys had a chance to check that one out. I just saw the highlights for that one.
Yeah, got the highlights. But, I mean, SMU, man, that's a tough one. That's tough.
A lot of parity in the league this year, man. Ole Miss just drags Arkansas, man. I mean, they just drug them. They drug them, and they are so ready for Georgia to come to Oxford, Mississippi this Saturday. Ole Miss is so ready. Lane Kiffin is already talking smack about Georgia. Georgia's just been kind of quiet, just waiting in the pasture. Like, yeah, they got a good quarterback, good team. Can't wait to see him. That's Georgia. Alabama, yeah, we're ready for him. And, Dart is tight. He's looking good at quarterback. I think their receiver got hurt. I don't think he's going to play. Got hurt last week. But look, man, I heard it. Look, I keep it real simple. And then we're going to go into some picks after this on college. I don't think that it's kind of like Tennessee. I look at Ole Miss and Tennessee as the same team. I don't think that they are built to beat Georgia. Can they beat Georgia? Yeah, it's possible for Ole Miss to beat Georgia. Yeah, they beat Georgia. Yeah, they got enough offense. If Georgia defense don't show up and Carson Beck throws 3 picks, yeah, they will beat Georgia by double digits. Trust that. But ordinarily, Georgia plays Georgia's game. Ole Miss plays Ole Miss's game. Ole Miss is not going to win that game. They're just not built for it. The defense never plays for 4 quarters. Even if they jump up to a 10-point lead against Georgia early, that's not enough. Georgia will come back in the second half and take the lead, and their defense will find a way, have some type of package to slow that offense down. So if they can find, first team to 30 wins, that's kind of how I see it, Hope. First team to 30 wins. What's your thought on that one, man?
Yeah, I have to agree with that, man. Yeah, first team to 30 wins. I It's gonna be interesting though. It's gonna be interesting, man. But I agree with your assessment on that one, bro.
Yeah, well, they got the Dogs right now. The Dogs are a 2.5-point favorite. That's not good for the Dogs. I'll be honest with you, Hope. Whenever the line is low, the last time I saw a line like that was, actually it was Alabama, because the line against Texas was slated to win that by 5.
Yeah, but I think what and I know everybody been kind of throwing their hat on Jackson Dart. But at the end of the day, he's suspect too.
Yeah,
I think he can give you a few interceptions. So I think he has a pick six in him.
yeah.
And I think that's going to be the difference. I think they're going to turn the ball over and Georgia's going to win. I think we're going to play a good game. I think Carson Beck is probably going to. I think we're going to see a different Carson Beck with getting the ball out of his hand, dinking it out to the running backs. I don't think he's going to be trying to force like he did the last couple of games. And if that's the case, and then along with the defense, I like our chances. But I think we're gonna get a pick six out of that though.
Woo. Lou, who you got in that game between Georgia and Ole Miss? The game's in Ole Miss.
Yeah. Oh, wait. Oh, Georgia, easily.
Yep. So I'm taking the Bulldogs just because I just think the Bulldogs still, that defense is tough. I think they're really digging their heels in. Everybody's healthy or getting healthy. And we may have our offensive guys back. So with a healthy team and not turning the ball over, Georgia should win this game. I'm not going to put any points out there. I'm just going to say Georgia should win this game in a close one. Miami versus Georgia Tech. Miami is undefeated playing Georgia Tech. And the line is Miami by a lot of points. Only 11. So who wins that game, Hope?
I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go with Miami, man. I think. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Miami in that one.
Who you got in that one, Lou? Miami or Georgia Tech?
It'd be foolish not to go with Miami, so I'm going there.
Yeah, we all going with Miami. We all going Miami. But look, man, Georgia Tech has had a knack for playing Miami tough. I think I think it all depends on if the quarterback is healthy. That is what I don't know. I should have done my homework before. But if the quarterback is healthy, that may be an upset. I'm just telling y'all, quarterback healthy, that may be an upset. But if the quarterback's not healthy and he's not playing, Miami's gonna win out. The next one is, I mean, I put it on here. Florida, Texas, man. This game is in Texas. It's in Arlington. The line is 21.5, Texas. Texas win this game easy, man. I don't even know why I put it up there, but I forgot that Florida didn't have a quarterback, but they do have a pretty good defense. Really good defense.
Yeah, they play pretty good defense. They don't have a quarterback, so that's the reason why. But I think I think the game is going to be closer than what people expect.
Yeah,
I know they think it's going to be because of the quarterback situation. But I think because one thing about the SEC, man, it's always, you always got to be ready. And so, but I see Texas getting the game, but I think it's going to be closer, though. I think it's going to be a little closer than what people think.
yeah, yeah. Who you got in that one, Luke?
Which one?
Florida, Texas.
I'm gonna go with Texas.
Yeah, yeah. We're going Texas.
You're right. Ties to Texas.
Yeah. Stay in Texas for this next pick. Number 20. I repeat, number 20 team in the nation, Colorado, going against Texas Tech. So this game is at Jones A&T Stadium. In Texas Texas Tech. The line is Colorado by 3.5. Hover, who you got?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Colorado.
Who you got in that one, Lou? Colorado, Texas Tech.
I think I'm gonna go with Texas Tech.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah.
Yeah, this is a tough one, guys. I think Texas Tech got a pretty good defense, man. I mean, in terms of slowing down Colorado, but I'm going Colorado. Colorado is 6-2. They will be definitely in a bowl. Everybody will be fighting for them to be in a bowl game. They'll still must watch TV. So I think Colorado has found something on offense. And so I'm going to roll with Colorado in that one. So the last college pick is number 11, Alabama versus number 14, LSU. This game will be a night game in LSU. I think it's a night game. Yep, 7:30 game at Tiger Stadium, Baton Rouge. The line is Bama by 3 by field goal. Hope who you got?
I'll go with Alabama.
Alabama. Lou, who you got? Bama or LSU?
I'm gonna go with LSU.
Man, I'm sick of breaking ties between you guys, man.
Sorry.
I'm going LSU, man. I'm going LSU. It's a home game, night game. I think that they'll be able to put 4 quarters together. I think that's LSU's problem has been putting together 4 quarters. Alabama's problem has been putting together 4 quarters. So, Wild West, I'm going with the home team. All right, guys, real quickly, we got to move. Let's switch gears to NFL. Falcons won a home game against Cowboys. Go Falcons. Go Dirty Birds. I don't think there's a surprise that we won that game. I'm surprised that it was as close as it was in terms of scoring wise. I just thought that we just kind of had some missed opportunities. I think that we got conservative at the end. But hey man, a win's a win. That put the Falcons at 3rd place in the NFC. Who saw that coming? Kirk Cousins was 19-24, 222 yards, 3 touchdowns. Man, he has been hot for the Falcons.
Yes, he has.
Between both of our running backs, together we got a little over 100 yards rushing. Although Tyler Algier only had 6 carries, I'm not happy about that. But our running backs have been very productive. We've had 3 touchdowns by 3 different receivers this past weekend. And hold on, yeah, man, that's 2016ish. And guys, the Atlanta Falcons had 3 sacks in one game.
Mm.
I don't know what applause button is on this platform here, man. We don't do the applause very much, but we need an applause for that because the Falcons are pretty much dead last when it comes to when it comes to sacks. We don't sack people. We don't apply pressure to the quarterback. That's not what we do. Oh yeah, there we go. Yes. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you very much. Oh yeah. Another one. Yeah. So nice. We had to do it twice. Excellent. Oh boy. Oh, all right. Okay. All right. Okay. Good deal. So, what you got on the game, Ho? What you think about that game against Cowboys? I mean, Cowboys pretty much sucked. Dak Prescott told you so on the sideline. It was, got this little video circulating around him on the sideline saying we suck. And so he's out for probably the rest of the season. He's got some kind of hammy going on. He's got some finger thing going, and he's got something else going on that he told the media, and he just doesn't want to play anymore. So I don't feel sorry for the Cowboys at all. I'm sorry, I don't. I just don't. I don't feel sorry for them. You paid all that money, Dak Prescott. You brought Ezekiel Elliott back. Dowdle can't run the ball. You don't have a running back. You had running backs out there. You had Derrick Henry out there lingering, and you didn't get him. And so, look, man, I don't feel sorry for him at all, man. It is what it is, Homer. So, Cowboys getting this beat down, man, by everybody does not make me feel bad at all. What you got, man, on that game against the Cowboys? Because they sure tried to come in Atlanta like there was something.
Yeah.
I mean, they tried.
What Bart Simpson had to take when you tried.
They tried. Yeah, man. I mean, the bottom line is the Cowboys just they got problems, and the Falcons, they did what they had. They did what they had to do, and it's gonna be quite interesting to see what's gonna happen with the Cowboys. I personally think a firing is coming soon. That's what I think. I think somebody's about to get fired.
But Jerry Jones can't fire himself, Hope. But I know he's probably gonna put McCarthy out there on the chopping block, man. I get it.
Yeah. I could definitely see that coming.
I get it. You gotta blame somebody, huh?
Yeah, somebody got to be the fall guy.
Guys, what you got on that matchup, Lou? With when the Falcons played, did you get a chance to watch that game any?
I did and discussed as well. Just horrible.
Yeah, it was.
The NFC at least. Well, now that's being called that. Is it's trash this year. Only the Commanders are the only team that's decent in the division this year so far. But Dallas is is like the walking wounded now. Injuries are happening, making stupid penalties. This is not the guy. I mean, because the Cowboys were really expected to bear this year and maybe make a run at the Eastern title, but they have been playing nowhere near a contention for that this year.
Exactly.
And
exactly. Yeah. That. Whew. Yeah. It's pretty bad, man. Pretty bad. So look, man. Let's move on to some picks, man. And for this week, the Dirty Birds go to New Orleans for a 1:00 game. It's hate week. It doesn't have the same steam because the Aints suck a little bit more than usual. So Atlanta, the line is Atlanta about 3.5 in that one. Look, man, they just fired their coach Dennis Allen. What difference is it gonna make? But So this is, and I'll be just real quick about this whole. But I think that with Hill back, Taysom Hill back, that's always been a nemesis for Atlanta Falcons. He'll be steady all year, but when you play the Atlanta Falcons, he is all world. You're like, Drew Brees is not here, but I still got you, baby. I still got you.
Mm-hmm.
So Taysom Hill, when he comes in the game, you already know it's a run. You stack the box, put extra men in there. He's not going to pass the ball. I don't care. He's not going to pass. Right. And so you just, we put 8 in the box and he still get like 4 or 5 yards, man. I don't get it. I'll pop. So we got to do something to stop the run. And I don't know what we're going to do. We haven't been stellar against it. We didn't suck against the run, but we weren't great against the run either. We kind of mid-tier. So if we're able to stuff the run, we'll beat the Aints, man. They traded Lattimore to the I was about to say to the Redskins, to the Commodores. And so the thing about it is they get good, man, and it's a fire sale over there. It's a huge fire sale over there in New Orleans, man. And I'm loving every bit of it. I'm loving every bit of it, man. So I think, but I still think this is gonna be their Super Bowl. They suck. They know they suck, but they gonna play the Falcons about a good half. In the second half, Falcons just gonna put it on them. So I think the Falcons. I think the Falcons beat the Aints by 4, man. What you got in that one, Luke?
Between what?
Between the Falcons and the Aints.
Yeah, I'm going with the Falcons. The Aints just ain't got
it. That is correct.
That is correct. Yeah. Who you got in that one, Hope?
Oh man, Falcons all the way, man.
Yeah,
Falcons all the way. The Saints, the funny thing is though, I can see the Saints trying to, because every time it's a rivalry game, I can see them playing us hard, but trying to make it a game. But at the end of the day, I see us taking care of business with that.
Yeah. We take care of business at the end of the day. So Thursday night football is Cincinnati's going to Baltimore, man, to play the Ravens. Who you got in that game, Luke?
I'll take the first one.
Cincinnati?
Yeah, I think Cincinnati.
Who you got in that matchup, Hope?
I'm
going with Cincinnati.
Yeah, that's a good pick, man. But I'm going with the Ravens in that one, man. They got Baltimore by.
No, I'll go with the Ravens. Actually,
yeah. That game is going to be at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, man. So the line is Baltimore by 6, and I'm gonna take that 6, man. I think Baltimore will win that game at home. I'm not gonna even talk about that game. Interesting matchup here, man. Buffalo against Indianapolis, man. That was a tough pick.
It's easy.
This is gonna be in Indianapolis, man. Even though they got quarterback problems, they got a pretty decent defense when needed, and you've been having weird players stepping up for Indianapolis, man. But I can't pick them in this game against Buffalo, even at home. I'm going with Buffalo in this one. Who you got in this one, Luke?
I gotta go with the Bills here.
Yeah. Who you got in this one, Hope?
Yeah, I gotta go with the Bills. Yeah, the Colts. They, like you said, they play pretty good defense, but they got some problems on the offense side.
Yeah. So the line is Buffalo the line is 4 for Buffalo. San Francisco at Tampa Bay. Lou, who you got in that?
I think they go with the Bucks.
Yeah, he's going Bucks. Who you got in that one, Hope?
I go with the Bucks.
Yeah, San Francisco looks a little weird to me. I'm going. I think Bucks win this game, but I'm not mad if San Francisco wins. Because if we win and they lose, that puts us further ahead. So, so, but I think Bucks will win this game. But the line is San Francisco by 6.5. But I'm not doing that. I'm going Bucks in this one. Pittsburgh versus Washington. This game is in Landover, Maryland, in Washington. Who you got, Lou?
I believe I have the Commanders.
Yep. Who you got in that one, Hover? Gonna be a good one, actually.
Yeah, that is. I'm going with the Commanders, man.
Ooh. Man. I'm going Steelers in this one, man. I'm going Steelers. I like that defense. And with Russell Wilson in that, man, they've been a different team with Russell Wilson in there at the helm. So I think that defense is going to cool the rookie down a little bit. So I'm going Pittsburgh. The line is Washington by a field goal. I'm not doing that one. All these games suck. That schedule. It's real obvious who's gonna win these games. Here we go. Let's go Jets versus Arizona. This game is gonna be in Glendale, Arizona. That's gonna be a competitive game. Who wins that one, Lou? The Jets or the Cards?
I think the Jets might take that one.
Yeah, that's gonna be a pretty good game, actually. Yeah. Who you got in that one, Ho?
I'm going with the Jets, man. Yeah, I think I like the Jets in that one.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna roll with Jets in that one too, man. I think Jets probably squeak one out. This one is even. This is a push on the line. So we got Detroit going to Houston. Who wins that game? Last pick of the night.
I'm going Lions.
All right. Who you got, Hope?
Lions. Go with the Lions.
Yeah, why not? Lions. The line is Lions by 3.5 for now. So, all right, guys, that's all we got, man. Good luck to the Jets for you, Lou, this weekend, man. So, take us home, man.
All right, Enhanced Sports Show airs Saturday, 4 to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Number to call is 512-543-4662. We'll discuss the MLB Gold Glove winners, which were just handed out. We'll also have the winners and losers of the NFL trade deadline, which just happened. We'll also, of course, have the CFE College Bowl standings. See where your team lies at the as we're now in the deeper part of the season. Also, NHL, NBA, and UFC news as well. And got the ridiculous side of the week, sports trivia, this week in sports history. And your thoughts and comments are always welcome. So remember to call 512-543-4662. Once again, 512-543-4662 from 4 to 6 p.m. Saturday. Call while you can.
Awesome. Appreciate it, Lou.
Thanks,
and
Luke.
yeah, and congratulations to Chris Sale with Golden Gloves for the Atlanta Braves, man. Thanks for bringing that up, Lou.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks for joining the show, man.
Nice.
Yep. So, want to thank everybody for joining the Bread and Hover show tonight. We will be back next week from 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. Till then, speak on it.
Speak on it.
Yes,